What is up, guys? James Carter TV, and rejoice, Tennessee Titans fans, because for the first time in over 7 weeks, the Tennessee Titans have won a football game. That is right, they actually won a football game as they took down the New Orleans Saints. Now, I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, so this is going to be a biased review, but later on in my video, I will give you my takeaways from the early game, so I suggest you stick around for that as well if you don't care about anything I'm about to say. But Marcus Mariota is fucking great. I mean, I'm sorry for my language, but this guy is so good. He's so good. He's going to be even better. This guy is so good. And I'm already sick of the excuses that I am hearing. I am already beginning to hear people saying, well, the Saints defense sucks. And that is true. But it's not easy to throw 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the NFL. That's not an easy thing to do. The only quarterback that has thrown for 4 touchdowns or more against the Saints defense this year is Eli Manning. And if Marcus Mariota goes on the same career path as Eli Manning, excuse me, I'm happy about that. Carson Palmer threw for 3 touchdowns. Jameis Winston threw for 2. It's not like the Saints have been giving up 4 touchdowns to everybody. Throwing 4 touchdowns against this Saints defense is something to be proud and happy about. It is noteworthy. It is impressive. It's not easy to throw 4 touchdowns in the NFL. If it was easy, Blake Bortles would be doing it. Geno Smith would be doing it. Ryan Fitzpatrick would be doing it. They're not doing it because it's not easy. Marcus Mariota, second time this year, 4 touchdown game-winning drive. This is not an easy thing to do. Especially Andrew Luck, who we all like to praise. All right? He couldn't find success against this Saints defense until the very end of the game, until garbage time. So if Andrew Luck couldn't do it, Jameis Winston had some success, but not very much of it. Sam Bradford was okay, but not very good either. Cam Newton didn't even really play that well against this Saints defense. Having 4 touchdowns, even against this Saints defense, is absolutely extraordinary. Having an overtime game-winning touchdown drive is absolutely great. And for all of you that were wondering why the Tennessee Titans fired Ken Whisenhunt, you've gotten your answer today. He was the thing holding this team back from becoming the team of which they were able to be. Then now they're running the football. Now they're getting the ball in Dorial Green-Beckham's hands. Now they're protecting Marcus Mariota. Not 1 sack today for Marcus Mariota. And guess what? They got the victory. They got the win. And it's just as simple as that. Ken Whisenhunt being removed from this team is the greatest thing that has happened to this team since April when they took Marcus Mariota. Those 2 things have transformed this football team. Now, with that said, they're still probably going to win 6 games maximum. When their total record, when you look at it, I mean, they could go 4-4. This is the midway point. I could see them going 4-4, but that's the absolute maximum. They're still not going to have a very good record, but things are looking up from here. They fired Ken Whisenhunt, good, and now you're looking at the Indianapolis Colts, and can they win this game? Right now, they're up 17-7 in this game, so it appears as if they're going to win this game right now. If they lose, though, you now have to pay attention to this divisional race because the Tennessee Titans are only a half a game back as of this moment if the Colts lose this game, but we'll have to see how things develop in that game. So with that said, the Saints, your defense is problematic. And when I uploaded my midseason predictions, I looked at your schedule. I said, this is an easy schedule. The Saints can go to the playoffs. This was a game you could not afford to lose, and you lost it. Issues now. But with that said, I still see you guys going on a little bit of a run here. But you have to win next week, and next week is not going to be easy. The good thing is, this loss gave you a good punch in the mouth, and it said, wake up, New Orleans, time to start winning games again. And you guys can do that. But next week at Washington is not going to be easy. But I think this win woke you up. You'll get back on a winning streak. You go to Washington. You go to Houston. And then you host the Carolina Panthers. You can get on a roll there. I know the Panthers are 8-0. And I'm about to get into them in a second. But you guys can beat them. It wouldn't surprise me too much. So let's see how you guys can go from here. So let me give you my takeaways from the other games here today. Let's start with the New England Patriots. They beat the Washington Redskins. I thought the Washington Redskins would be more competitive than this. They weren't. Patriots win. Who cares? Next game, we have the Buffalo Bills who beat the Miami Dolphins. Good. I predicted this correctly. The Tyrod Taylor, Sammy Watkins, Carlos Williams, LaShawn McCoy, Buffalo Bills are back. don't believe what they might tell you. This is an offensive team. This is a team that lives and dies by their offense, not their defense. It's their offense that carries this team. Despite what Rex Ryan might want to believe or want his team to be, this is what the Bills are. And next week, I'm going to be very intrigued on Thursday Night Football between their matchup with the Jets. Right now, I have no idea who's going to win that. It's in New York, but hey, both the teams are from New York, so who cares? So I really don't know who's going to win that game. All right, next we have the Jacksonville Jaguars against the New York Jets. The Jets won this one. Good. Jets back on their winning ways. But Thursday is going to be a tough game for both the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. I have to sit down. I have to think about this one for at least an hour. Who the hell I'm going to pick to win that game. All right, next we have the St. Louis Rams at the Minnesota Vikings. The Rams competed more than I thought they would, but ultimately it was this. The Vikings won the game. Bridgewater went down. I need more info on that, but that is not a good injury for them. Not that he's been a world beater. First of all, and this is going to sound very critical, I like Teddy Bridgewater a lot. I mean, he was my number 11 prospect in the 2014 draft. He was my number 1 quarterback in the 2014 draft. But it's not like this is the guy that's leading their offense. They run through Adrian Peterson. So him being out, it will hurt, but not maybe as much as you might think. All right, next we have the Carolina Panthers. They beat the Green Bay Packers. Cam Newton, this is the type of game I've been waiting for from Cam Newton. 3 touchdowns today, 50% completion percentage. I don't love, but this is the type of statistical performance I want to see him put up. I want to see him lead a team offensively to win games because your defense isn't going to be as good as it's been. And this is the type of game I need to see from him. Next week, they go to Tennessee, and as the Saints have learned, don't sleep on Tennessee now that they're rejuvenated, now that Ken Whisenhunt is out of the building. I think they'll win, but don't sleep on them. The Panthers proved me wrong. All right, you have my attention. Next, we have, that's all it. All right, that's it. All the games right now. For the early games, that's all that's happened. I'll be keeping a keen eye on this 49ers game. 49ers are leading at halftime. The Indianapolis Colts are leading at halftime. I'll be keeping a close eye on those. And the Giants, they were just going to beat the Bucs. That was just going to happen. So anyway, until next time, James Carter TV, I'm out. Peace.